Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, today's topic is take things slow. Okay, I know in the world today everything is fast, but today's message is take things slow. Okay, before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers. Welcome to all of the new subscribers. And welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to this channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions. And I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them online with the collective. And it can be your decision. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are now available in my online store. So just go down to the description and you see a link that says online store. Just click on that link and there you have it. Okay. Now it's time for today's affirmation. Here it is, ladies. I am stepping into the unknown and welcoming the unexpected. I am stepping into the unknown. Now that's faith. You're stepping out on faith. You see? You are welcoming the unexpected. All right? Because you are trusting in the divine. Okay? Let's read it again. I am stepping into the unknown and welcoming the unexpected. And I'm telling you, if you walk in the spirit and have this affirmation in your heart, opportunities will open up for you. Opportunities that you never expected to open. Okay? So let's keep this affirmation in your mind today. Okay? I am stepping into the unknown and welcoming the unexpected. Okay? No fear. No fear here. Be trusting, full of gratitude, and a loving spirit. All right. Now, while we are here, as an appreciation to those of you who have supported this channel, we're going to do a giveaway. Okay? This affirmation deck that I have been using, I will be giving this away to one of these subscribers once we hit 100,000, and we're almost there anyway. Once we hit 100,000 subscribers, this is the giveaway. Going to be giving away this deck of I Am affirmations. All right, so if you are a subscriber, then you are eligible to win this giveaway. Okay, once we hit 100,000 subscribers, I will randomly choose from a pile, from a pile. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. I may do it on the air so you can see me reach in and pick out somebody's name or number or whatever. But I will randomly pick from the subscriber list and choose a lucky winner for this giveaway. And I know that you will treasure it, you see, because you'll have all of your affirmations right with you every day. All right, ladies. Good luck. Now let's dive into the message today. All right. Take things slow. What does that mean? In a relationship, many times when we meet someone that we're really excited about or we're attracted to, a lot of times we jump on that roller coaster and away we go. away we go. But the message today is to put the brakes on it. Take it slow. Take it very slow. I'll now tell you why. This is the only way that you're going to be able to see and to recognize what this other person is bringing to you. What kind of energy this other person is bringing to you. You see? You need time to decide whether you want to be involved with this person or not. But if you jump on the ride as soon as you meet the person because you are thrilled or excited about whether the person looks or what they said or did, you could be headed for disaster because you haven't taken your time to even take a good long look at this person. You understand, people? It's so important for you to take your time to get to know another person before you invite them into your reality. Now, I'm going kind of slow here because I want you to grasp what I'm saying here. When you meet people and then you kind of accept them into your energy, they affect your reality. Okay? So naturally, you want positive people in your reality so that you'll have a happy experience. But many times, see, we don't take our time to get to know the other person. We hurry up and get involved with them because we're thrilled in the beginning, and I'm going to call it in the honeymoon stage. That's when we're so thrilled that we overlook everything else. And then once the honeymoon dies out and you see what you really have, now too many of us are stuck. Too many of us have gotten pregnant. Too many of us are in it so deep we can't find our way out of it. You understand? But only if you had taken your time, taking it slow, and really trying to see who this person really is, you could avoid a lot of heartbreak down the road. Okay? Now, this message today was inspired by some letters that came in. So let's read the letters, and then we're going to go into this message even deeper. All right. Our first letter is from a young lady, and she says she is 48 years old. And 2 weeks ago, I met a 45-year-old man online. This was just 2 weeks ago. We went on a dinner date the very next day and had a great time. Of course, I mean, your first meeting, most first meetings are good. If they're not, you won't see them anymore. The intellectual and physical connection was there. You can pick that up on the first meeting. Is it true intellect? Are you really seeing the true person on the first date? I don't think so. I don't think so. What you're seeing is their representative. Ladies, please get this through your mind. When you go out on these first dates, you are seeing their representative. You're not seeing the real person. They're not going to show you that real person until later on down the line. You understand? But what I'm saying is, on your first date, go there to enjoy yourself, but keep your eyes open. You're not going on a first date to see if you're going to fall for this person. You're going to see who this person is. Okay? And to enjoy yourself. All right? But keeping your eyes open. And the other thing, when you go out on a first date, don't go and get drunk. Don't go and get high. Because under those conditions, you can't tell what you got. You really can't. You really can't. I know in my younger days, You meet somebody and then it's a party. You meet somebody and it's a party. I mean, it's a party for a long time. But then when the party dies out and you really get to see who that person is, you might not even like that person. And lo and behold, if you happen to be with that person when you are not partying, and when I say partying, drinking, getting high or whatever, right? Sober, you definitely may not like the person. You understand? It's a slippery slope when you go too fast in these relationships. And also, if you go in partying when you're going to meet somebody. You know, you go out on a few dates, and on your few dates, you go out and you drink and you have a good time. Well, that's what I mean when I say partying. You understand? Under those conditions, you're not getting to know the person unless they have a problem with partying, and then you would see that. You see? But as far as seeing the real person, if you are under any kind of influence, you don't know what you're seeing. You know? Everything is laughter and just having a good time. And then many of us will go away from situations like this and believe we have a relationship, when this man has only looked at you as a good time. You don't have a relationship. You're just a good time. You understand, ladies? So don't be so quick to fall for somebody when you go out on these early dates. Okay? Let's see what else you say here. You say the intellectual and physical connection was there. Oh, okay. He has been traveling out of the state for work for 2 weeks, but will be back here tomorrow. We have communicated by text and by talking every day since he's been away. I feel very comfortable with him, and we have many of the same values. He says he's never been married and has no children. Listen, I can already tell by the way that you're talking that everything he's telling you, you feel like it's the truth. Don't be so quick to assume that he's telling the truth. Okay? Because when you do that, it breaks down all of your barriers because you feel like he's safe and you can trust him, and you still don't know him. You don't know if you can trust him. It's too early. It's too early in this situation. But the way that you're talking, you're already talking like you believe what he's saying. I also want to mention that he actually lives in Atlanta, Georgia. Holy smokes. Listen, I don't know if you all know, but I lived in Atlanta for 2 years, and it is a hotbed mess in Atlanta. You know what I mean? You don't know who's who in Atlanta. It's a lot of people wearing all kind of facades in Atlanta. Okay? He lives in Atlanta, and I live in Columbia, South Carolina. That's 3 hours and a half drive. So who gonna drive? Who gonna make these drives? I hope it's not you. I hope you don't plan to drive 3.5 hours to see him in Atlanta. That would be a mistake. My question to you is, how long should I date him before I invite him to my home? You're not going to like my answer, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Try a year. Take a year. He lives in Atlanta. You live in South Carolina. Why are you so quick to want to invite him to your home anyway? Why is this in your mind? Does he have a home? Why didn't he invite you to his home? Listen, ladies, see, we get in the habit of doing this. And I know because, In my younger days, I did it too. Inviting a man to your home. You see? What does he do when he comes there? Okay. Number one, you invite him to your home. In his mind, he's coming to have sex. You understand? He's coming to lay eyes on you. And if everything looks good, he's wanting to have sex. I'm telling you. He's not driving 3.5 hours just to come down there to sit on your sofa and look you in the eyes and smile. No. He's coming to have sex with you. Okay? That's how these long distance relationships work. And especially he's coming from Atlanta. You know how many women are in Atlanta? You understand? How many women are in Atlanta? You got to think about these things. But see, you're in South Carolina, and for some reason, he sees you as an easy mark, especially if he's thinking about traveling to you. If he's thinking about coming down there to see you in South Carolina, he feels you an easy mark and he's coming to have sex. That doesn't mean he's going to stay with you. It could be just a one-night stand or one-day stand. Now you have another question here. Should I visit him at his home in Atlanta first before I let him know where I live? Listen. Eventually, but not now. It's too soon to go to anybody's home. Okay? You stay at your home, let him stay at his home. And talk to this man more. A lot more. See what his pattern is. And see how anxious he is to come to see you. Now, he may want to let it be his decision. Do not invite him to see you. Don't do that. Don't invite him to your home. Don't invite him to South Carolina. Don't do it. Even if he invites you to come to his home, you're not going to go there. It's too early. Okay? But you're going to wait until he decides to come see you first. He's got to make the moves, not you. That's the point. Okay? You don't make any moves. He makes all the moves toward you. Okay? Now you say that he is 45 and you are 48. And you just, and 2 weeks ago, you met him 2 weeks ago? Okay. And he travels out of state. Where is he going, north instead of south? When he travels out of state, he doesn't travel to your state. You understand? So, take your time with this one. Take your time. Take it real slow. And quit worrying about you going to his house or him coming to your house. You see? If he comes to visit you, don't take him to your house. You know, he can meet you at a place of meeting. You all decide where he can come to meet you, and you all can meet there. Talk, whatever. You understand? And, you know, I do know some couples who will do a midpoint. You know, I don't know if you drive or what the situation is, but if you drive, some couples will say, we'll meet at a midpoint. Okay? And then you can have your dating experience at the midpoint until you trust him enough to invite him to your house. You need to trust him enough before you go to his house or for him to come to your house. Because remember, these men, basically, they're just looking for women to sleep with. Especially since you just met him online. Most men, that's all they want. Is somebody to sleep with. And if he can get you to travel 3.5 hours to come to Atlanta to see him, to sleep with him, it'll be the worst thing you could ever do. Because this situation would go downhill very fast, very soon after he has sex with you. Okay? And you won't know why. But what I'm telling you is that you need to take your time to see what his real intentions are. And you can't ask a man. I mean, some women, they feel like, I'll just ask him. What is it that you're looking for? What are your intentions? When we ask men that, guess what? They tell us what they know we want to hear, which is not necessarily the truth, and most likely not the truth. But they'll tell you what you want to hear. You understand? And why do they do this? To have sex with you. To have sex with you. And this man being 45, I'm pretty sure that's what he's wanting from you. I'm pretty sure. Okay? So, again, number one, don't believe what this man is telling you. Make him prove it. Give him a chance to prove it. Don't just take for value everything a man tells you. Like he tells you he's never been married and has no kids. This man could be married right now and have 5 kids, all you know. All you know. You can't believe what these guys are telling you. Give it a chance. Take it slow for him to prove to you that everything that he says to you is the truth. And then and this takes time. And then, and only then, when you feel that he is trustworthy, then you may consider to allow him to come and visit you. Okay? But then again, I would still be leery to bring him to my home. The first time. He can meet you out somewhere in your city. But see if he's willing to make the effort to drive that 3.5 hours to even see you. Okay? See if he's willing to do that. All right? But even if he is, my advice to you is to take it slow. Very slow. All right? I hope that you understand that message. And I really hope it helps, because taking it slow can save you from a lot of heartbreak down the line. Remember, men are hunters. And what are they hunting for? Prey. And, and you are the prey. Why? Because they want the sex. They want sex from you. You see? That, like sex is the primary source, but if you have resources, they'll take all of that too. But primarily, especially at his age, 45, he's wanting sex. Okay? And see, for you to say that he says he's never been married and no children, if you ask him all day, he already knows what you want. You're looking for a long-term relationship with somebody who hasn't been married and has no kids. That's what you want. He knows that. So allow him to prove to you what he wants. Don't make a move toward him. And I hope that you are not calling him and trying to keep up with him. That would be a mistake. Let this man make the move. And if he doesn't move, he's not the right man for you. I hope you understand that. And I really hope it helps. All right, let's look at another letter here. And these last 2 letters are pretty short. All right. This young lady wants to know, can being with a narcissist for a long period of time make you become narcissistic? Well, I think that's a question for a therapist, which I am not. I speak to you from a spiritual perspective and through my own experience. So let's go back to my experience with the narcissist. I was with him for a long time, and all I got from the narcissist was abuse. It didn't make me narcissistic. It didn't. It made me want to figure out how this person ticks, how they think, and how they could be so cruel. It made me wonder, but it never made me want to retaliate and be like the narcissist. So my answer to that is no. I believe that narcissistic traits and tendencies can be learned. You see, not just by being with a narcissist. You see, if you're with a narcissist, you're probably just suffering the abuse from the narcissist. Unless you are like maybe the favorite of the narcissist or whatever. You know, if you have suffered from the narcissist sexualizing you or whatever like that, yeah, you can become a narcissist that way. And through neglect, you can become a narcissist. But most times, people who suffer narcissistic abuse really just become like victims of the abuse until they learn how to heal from it. Okay? And when you see people with narcissistic tendencies, I believe that they have embraced those tendencies for power and control. Because when they look at the narcissist and he seems to be all powerful, then people want to emulate that because they want to be powerful like the narcissist. So then they embrace the tendencies. You see, but that doesn't mean that they are full-blown narcissists. Okay? And I really believe that you can tell the difference, you see, by observing these people and knowing their backgrounds and that kind of thing. Okay? But to your question, no, I personally don't believe being with a narcissist for a long period of time, you can become narcissistic. I was raised by a narcissist. And it didn't make me want to be like the narcissist. It wanted me to be as far away and as opposite from the narcissist as I could be. Okay? All right? And during those days, I didn't even know what a narcissist was. But I know evil when I see it. And I didn't want to be evil. Okay? All right. All right. I hope that helps you. Now, we do have another letter here. And this one is entitled Spiritual War. All right. This young lady is from North Carolina. And she has a question about blame shifting with a narcissist. Okay. Let's look at that. And I hope that I'm understanding your question about blaming the narcissist or the narcissist blaming you. Let's look at the narcissist blaming you for everything. Okay. That's narcissistic abuse. You understand? The narcissist usually has somebody, we call it the scapegoat, that gets all the blame for everything that's going on wrong in the household that the narcissist has created. You see? You blame the scapegoat. The scapegoat takes the most abuse from the narcissist in a situation like that. Now, if you're talking about that, yeah, that goes on in the narcissistic household where there is a scapegoat and the blame is always directed on the scapegoat for everything that goes wrong in the household. Okay? Now, the other thing, I don't know if you're talking about you blaming the narcissist for what the narcissist has done to you. Okay? Is that the blame shifting you're talking about? Okay. If that's it, don't do it. Whatever abuse that you have suffered from the narcissist, it's the best thing to hop on your spiritual awakening path toward forgiveness and leave that behind. You don't want to sit up and blame the narcissist for what the narcissist did to you and sit there and wait for the narcissist to come back and apologize to you because he hurt your feelings and all of that. It's never going to happen. Narcissists don't apologize because they are not sorry for anything that they have done to you because it has all been intentional. So there's no sorry. You see? But you want to get on the road to forgiveness and not blame, because blame is going down a negative path. If you blame the narcissist for whatever the narcissist did to you, and you hate him and you revengeful and all of that, that narcissist is still attached to you and dragging you right along with him down that negative path into darkness. You don't want that. You got to let it go. You got to forgive it and go on your spiritual journey. You see, this is the only way you're going to be released from it. But I hope that I answer your question about blame shifting with the narcissist, because blaming the narcissist is not going to do you any good. You see, it's not going to do you any good. But the narcissist will blame you if you are under the narcissist's control. You get blamed for a lot of stuff, for almost everything. The narcissist does not take accountability for anything. For anything. You see? Because everything the narcissist does, again, I'll tell you, is intentional. The narcissist intentionally hurts you and abuses you, because the narcissist's mission is to destroy you, to leave you dead in the water. That's what the narcissist's intent is for you. And that's why I'm telling you, with the message today, take your time. Take it slow. Take it very slow. Because with narcissism being so prevalent out here today, it's not that easy to spot a narcissist right off the bat. Okay? You need to get to know them until you are savvy enough to detect that this person is narcissistic before you get involved with them. Not after you get involved with them and you've bonded with them. Now you want to know if this person is a narcissist. Listen, it's much harder to get out of these situations than to get into the situation. Okay? You can hop right in. The door is open. But to get out, it may be more difficulty and more heartbreak for you. So I hope that you understand the message today. And I really hope that it helps you. Take your time with these people. Don't be in such a hurry to be in a relationship. Don't be in such a hurry. Or to be married. Some of you people jump through the relationship just to get to the marriage. Don't allow anyone to rush you into a situation. Don't be rushed. Put the brakes on it. Take your time. Take it slow. You need to see this person a few times before you decide whether you really like this person. Not this first sight thing, love at first sight. No, you need to see them a few times, because men watch women a while before they approach. So you watch them before you give them the okay. You see, take your time and take it slow, ladies. And this will protect you from a lot of misery. Okay? All right. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope it helps. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to MissFaye'sWorld@hotmail.com. That's MissFaye'sWorld@hotmail.com. And let's try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of your letter, and it won't be overlooked. I want to thank you all for supporting this channel. Thank you so much for your comments, for your letters, and a special thank you for those that leave a donation. I appreciate all of you. I wish you well, and I really hope to see you next time.